Good morning! Coming to you looking like a bit of a ghost this morning. All I have on is foundation, my 3D foundation so far, plus moisturizer and primer underneath. And I haven't done an eyeshadow look in a while, so I thought I would come on here and do a quick eyeshadow look for you guys. So, everybody has their beauty routines, right? So, mine in the morning is I do my my moisturizer, my primer, and then my 3D foundation in my pajamas, like whatever I wore to bed. And then I get up and I go get dressed. It's super weird, but it's what I do every day. And the reason is because what I pick to wear that day, I want that to be my inspiration for my makeup. Some people do this with like an accent item, like a scarf or something. Some people do this with jewelry. I like to do it with my clothing. So I picked this. It's actually a tank, which if it was summertime, I'd wear it just as a tank. But because we're in January in Spokane, I got to throw on a little sweater with it. But my sister got me this high-necked kind of like blouse. It's a maroonish brown. It's basically the same color as the Fall for Christine nail. So too bad I'm not wearing those because they'd match perfectly. But this is going to be my inspo for today. So I'm going to be using the Love technique, L-O-V-E, and L is for level your base, and I'm going to be tapping into the Fulfilled palette first, and I always level my base with the color Balance because let me turn it this way, I'm a pasty white, so you can see that Balance is like pretty close to my natural skin tone, so I'm gonna go and put that on just to, you know, cover up all of my my dark lids. Does anybody else have dark lids? Because my lids in the morning, I covered them up with like a little bit of foundation, but my lids are like 4 shades darker than the rest of my face. And it's not like leftover makeup because I take my makeup off every night and wash my face. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's aging. Maybe it's early signs of aging at age 26. It's fine. So I like to level my base with a little bit of Balance here just to give myself a clean slate. No veins, no darkness, cover it all up. Cover it all up and go for beautiful. Okay, so then O in the Love technique is ombre in your crease. So I'm also going to use Fulfilled, and I'm going to go for this column right here. It's kind of like a dark pink. We've got our light pinks here and our dark pinks here. So I'm going to go ombre in my crease with the darker of the two, which is called Comfort. And I do that by using a like a dense flat brush just for application of the eyeshadow. And this is very pigmented. Like you can see, maybe you can't see, I picked up a lot in like 2 little swipes, probably too much. And so I'm just going to, this is going to come on really dark, which is fine. I'm just applying the color right now. And I'm going to do kind of like to create more shape in my eye. I'm not just going to do a little rainbow. I'm going to create a point out here to create more shape with my eye. And again, we're just kind of swiping and patting the color on, depositing, that's what I like to call it. I'm depositing color in the place that I want it. I'm running super late this morning, but it is warranted with a Monday morning, I think. And typically at my job, our team, I went a little bit too deep with that one. See how it's kind of like straight instead of angled. So I'm just going to lift like this. There we go. And if you've seen, like, there's those pads that you can stick to your face that give you a really clean crease. I probably should pick up some of those, but I just haven't got around to it yet. But what I was saying is that for my job, we usually start Mondays with an 8 a.m. team meeting, and I finally worked up the guts to tell my manager. I'm like never in the office on time on Mondays. I'm not a morning person. I work way better in the afternoon and in the evening. That's why you guys see me doing all of my content like on Facebook and all my videos in the evening, because I'm just not a morning person. And so she finally moved it. So I woke up this morning to log on from home because of course like I didn't get there in time, and she had moved it finally. So now my team meeting is at 11. Which is fabulous. Okay, so now that I've got color deposited, I'm going to go in with my fluffy blending brush, the same brush that I used to put the balance color on, and I'm going to do the infamous windshield wiper motion to blend out that harsh line of color. And this step is called ombre in your crease, exactly how it sounds. So this is your eye crease that we're working on directly under your brow bone. So feel for your bone, and that determines where your crease is. And then ombre is basically we're blending it out so that it appears to be an ombre transition of color. And I had never used a blending brush before. Like I learned what it was, maybe it's been a while. It's been now probably like five months, but blending brushes are essential. Essential. They make such a difference in eyeshadow. It's amazing. So this is me, just blend, blend, blend. A friend who's super good at makeup and was kind of helping me out. Like I was stalking her as I was going along. She said, when you think you've blended enough, blend more. That really stuck with me, so I blend, blend, blend. And it makes for beautiful, elegant looking eyeshadow looks. Okay, so we've done L for level your base, O for ombre in your crease, and V is for V in your outer V. Your outer V is kind of that faux shape that we created here with the, like the, instead of doing a rainbow, we went outward. This is your V, and when you V in your outer V, we're going to do that with a color that's at least 2 to 3 shades darker than what you've put on your crease, and that's to create depth in your eye look. So if I'm sticking with the Fulfilled palette, and I'm going to go super dark. I'm going to go with Dream, the darkest color on the palette, and I'm going to be careful because, you know, if you get dark everywhere, it looks messy and kind of like raccoony, but I'm going to be super careful, and I'm going to just kind of make it like an eyeliner, sort of. And then I'm just like tapping it. I can hear the kids running around upstairs in the living room. It's an old house, so like the floor creaks, and it sounds like an earthquake in here right now. And I might even be doing this with like a more pointed brush, because that's like a pretty thick line, but it's okay because we're going to blend it out anyways. But I feel like this is a really dramatic shirt with like the high neckline and all of the frills and stuff, so I want a dramatic look to match it. Okay. So now I've got my color deposited, and I'm going to grab my blending brush again. We're not trying to blend this color out so much that it disappears, but really just make it look a little bit more cohesive. And not so much like we just painted a really super dark brown on our eye. And also you can see the way that I'm blending, I'm keeping the shape of the eye look. So I'm not like blending up or blending in circles. I'm blending in the V formation. What's that thing? Can I get a V formation? I don't remember what that's even from. But see how that adds like depth and eye shape to our outer corner compared to this. Don't leave it like this, guys. Blend it out and make it look like this. And blend, blend, blend. And if you overblend, not an issue. Just go back and deposit a little bit more color. So like I could go in and just add a little bit darker right there in the very corner of my eye. And blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Great. Looking good. I like the dramatic. And then this dark, it can be a little bit overwhelming, so I'm just going to go really quickly with the same blending brush back with Comfort and do like one little swirl and do a ombre windshield wiper one more time so that I don't lose all that beautiful pink that we put on with Comfort. And I like to keep space in between my eyeshadow and my eyebrow. So I'm just going to clean that up with the best tools that you have, your fingers. Perfect. So L-O-V-E. E is enhance your lid. So I'm going to stick with the color column that we've been working with and use this pressed glitter. It's called Love. And I'm going to enhance my lid by pressing Love onto the lid space that I haven't really put any color on yet. You can do this with a brush or you can do this with your finger. I feel like a finger is better for enhance your lid because you can really pat it on there where you want it. Just like that, just to give like a little bit of sparkle. Exactly what it is. Enhance. Enhance your lid. And then I'm going to switch hands because I find it's easier to press on the left side with my left finger. And notice I'm only covering about like the inside half of my lid. I'm not pressing over the dark that we just did with V in your outer V. Okay, we're almost done. So we've completed the Love technique, but don't forget your lower lash line. Like this, I really love this look. I like how it turned out, but whatever you do to the top, you should do to the bottom as well. So I still have Dream on my thin brush. So I'm just gonna look down and get up and under those lower lashes and smudge a little bit of Dream on the outer portion there. I didn't even pick up any extra color because this color is so pigmented with the Fulfilled palette. There's plenty left over on the brush. And then I'm going to use this thin brush here and grab a tiny bit of Comfort and smudge that in the middle there, kind of blending it a little bit with Dream. And then last but not least, I will go in and grab a little bit of Love, the shimmer, and put that here on the inner third and around like the inner corner of my eye as well. Okay, and then really quick, I'm just going to tap off this blending brush. And it's not super precise, like a blending brush is a little bit fluffy, but I'm just going to go under here without like stabbing myself in the eye and just blend this out a little bit so that the colors, you know, connect together really well. And again, it looks cohesive. If you get too much of a raccoon eye where your eyeshadow is too low below your eyes, just like lift up like this. And that will bring like your foundation, oops, I got a little bit of smudging there. That will bring your foundation up into the eyeshadow and kind of clean it up a bit. Okay, you guys, so this is the Love technique. I used the Fulfilled Luxe Artisrty Palette, which is $89, a little bit pricey, but completely worth it. It has every single nude and neutral that you would ever need all the way across the spectrum, from super light to super dark. And I also use this palette for highlight and contour as well, and you can use it for blush with the pink shades. So it is full face coverage, and it is amazing. It's replaced all of my other eyeshadow palettes that I've ever bought. I only ever use Fulfilled, and then I throw in Courageous when I want to get fun with some bright colors.